Imagine sitting inside a prison cell, knowing you still have years left on your sentence. Then someone gives you a book and tells you, read this book, write a report about it, and you could get 4 days taken off your prison sentence. Sounds unbelievable, right? But this is not a movie. This is a real program in Brazil. And there is much more to it than simply picking up a book and getting 4 days off your sentence. So, how exactly does it work? And why would Brazil allow prisoners to reduce their sentences by reading? Let's find out. Brazil has a formal system that allows qualifying prisoners to earn sentence remission through educational activities, including reading. The basic idea is simple. Instead of spending every day in prison doing nothing, prisoners are encouraged to use some of that time to learn, read, think, and develop themselves. Under Brazil's national rules, one qualifying book can result in 4 days being taken off a prison sentence. But there is a catch. You cannot simply pick up any book, flip through a few pages, and automatically get 4 days off. There is a process. And this is where things get interesting. A prisoner who wants to participate in the reading program has to read a qualifying book. After reading it, the prisoner must write a report or review about the book. The report is then evaluated to determine whether the prisoner actually read and understood the material. So imagine being given a book inside prison. You have to read it. You have to understand it. And then you have to prove that you understood it by writing about what you read. If the requirements are met and the reading is approved, the prisoner can receive 4 days of sentence remission. 4 days. Just for one qualifying book. But now you might be thinking, wait a minute. If one book gives 4 days, couldn't a prisoner just read hundreds of books and leave prison years earlier? Well, not exactly. There are limits. Under the national framework, the reading program allows up to 12 qualifying books within a 12-month period. And since each qualifying book can represent 4 days of remission, that means a maximum of 48 days of sentence remission through this reading program within a year. So no, prisoners cannot simply read hundreds of books and erase their entire sentence. The system has limits. And the purpose is not supposed to be a shortcut out of prison. It is meant to encourage rehabilitation and education. In other words, the idea is this. If you are going to spend time in prison, why not use some of that time to improve yourself? Now, let's look at why reading is such an important part of the program. A prison sentence takes away someone's freedom. But what happens when you put a book into the hands of someone who has years of their life ahead of them? A book can introduce someone to an entirely different world. It can teach history. It can introduce new ideas. It can teach science, philosophy, literature, or different cultures. For someone inside a prison, reading can become much more than entertainment. It can be a way to learn. A way to reflect. And potentially, a way to prepare for life after prison. Brazilian justice authorities have presented education and reading as tools that can contribute to the social reintegration of people who are incarcerated. And that is why this program is not simply about taking 4 days off a sentence. It is about encouraging prisoners to do something constructive with the time they have. Now imagine the situation from the prisoner's point of view. Every morning, you wake up knowing that your freedom is still somewhere in the future. The days can feel long. The months can feel even longer. Then you discover that there is something you can actually do. You can open a book. For a few hours, you can enter a completely different world. You can learn something you never knew before. You can write about what you have learned. And if your work is accepted, you do not just gain knowledge. You also move a little closer to the day you can walk out of that prison. That combination can be powerful. Because the reward is not only the 4 days. The process itself is designed to encourage something that can stay with a person even after their prison sentence ends. Education. And this is not some brand new idea that suddenly appeared on the internet. Brazil has been developing reading and educational initiatives in its prison system for years.